Hi, welcome back to another video of the Target Individual Program, Target Individual Experience. So I went online, as you can see here, to find out what are the laws of carrying a knife in New York City. Now, as you can see here, right, this is from the NYPD website, okay, New York Predator Department website, right? Knives, what you need to know. So it says on May 30th, 2019, the New York State ban on gravity knife was repealed. As a result, the mere possession of a gravity knife is no longer a crime under the penal law. However, the mere possession of switchblades, pilum, ballistic knives, or metal knuckle knives still remains a misdemeanor under the penal law S 265.01. Okay, so it is perfectly legal to carry a gravity knife. So what is a gravity knife? Okay, let me show you guys what it is. And I'm doing this as a to let TIs know that when they get these perps to do these things, to threaten you, pull weapons on you, what have you, you have a right to protect yourself going forward. Okay, you have a right to protect yourself. Okay, and don't let them make you think that you cannot protect yourself. All right. So like I said, as long as you're not offensively using the knife, but you're using whatever you have to protect yourself, but it's strictly defensive, strictly in terms of defending yourself from somebody who's going to try to pull a knife at you and come at you, right? You have every right. And so what happened earlier, like I said, with the same dude, and then they had another guy standing there, and of course, they got to do have like a witness, right? So they gotta egg this dude on while they got a witness standing. So in case I do defend myself and knock his ass out, or let's say he might injure me, then the other dude can be like, well, he started, the lies. But thank goodness there was another guy there. There was another guy there, and he said to me, he's like, I heard what he said to you, all right, and I saw what he did. Okay, he was talking about he's going to do something to your little girl and all this stuff, and and it's like I said, thank goodness that this guy was there, and I forgot to mention him in the previous video. So like I said, this is what they do. No, I had another TI years ago who ended up in a situation where this guy assaulted him, and when he fought back, all witnesses gather around and saying that it was the guy who was the TI's fault when it wasn't, and then he got arrested. Okay, thankfully, I told him, I said, I will go to court with you to explain what it is that these cult members do and how they assault you in ways, and then have witnesses tell lies to the police, right? So eventually they dismiss his case without prejudice, meaning that because he wanted to go to trial, I said, I'll go with you. I said, I will go with you, and I will sit there and I will let them know what is going on, what it is that these people are doing. And so they drop his case, his charges without prejudice. That means that he can, even if he wanted to take it to trial, he couldn't. Okay, this is the extent that they would go to cover up their shit, to cover their shit up. Okay, so anyway, like I said, you can carry a knife, you can carry a gravity knife, and I'm gonna show you guys what a gravity knife is if you're a TI and you're being threatened. But remember, do not be offensive, do not attack anybody, only if people are attacking you. Now, psychologically, understand that they're going to attack you psychologically. So learn how to defend yourself psychologically. Like if you're a TI, if you need help in defending yourself psychologically, if you need help in what to do, you can contact me. Okay, you can contact me. My Facebook page. Okay, it's under my name, same as my YouTube channel. Okay, so you can contact me, and I will try to teach you what to do in terms of when they attack you. And I also understand that in most let's say if they keep attacking you, the best thing for you to do, because they try to put you into that fight or flight mode, is to just leave. Okay, that would be the first thing I always recommend, is to just leave. Now, like I said, if they pull a knife on you and they're coming towards you that they're going to attack you, you have a right to defend yourself at that point. Okay, you have a right to defend yourself at that point. And if anything happened, like I said, you can contact me, because I've studied this program vastly. Those within the New York Predator Department, those involved, they will always call those officers, those predators with guns and badges to come at the scene, because they already know what's going to happen, right? So you, like I said, so you just got to remove yourself from the situation. But the one thing that I don't do, well, I do that most of the time, but like I said, but because I know this, this fool who they like to use to try to attack me, because they're cowards and he's a coward. You see a man with a cane walking with his daughter, and he's gonna pull a knife out and talk about, and then when I go to defend myself, I grab something to defend myself. He's walking away and laughing, like it's funny. I want you to understand how these cowards think, and this is how again how they can find these individuals to use them in their street theater and their their psyops, right? So anyhow, so back to what I was saying. So it is perfectly legal for you to carry a gravity knife because of 2019 that was repealed. Okay, now I'm going to show you guys what a gravity knife is. And again, as with any thing that you may buy to protect yourself, you always got to be responsible. You always got to be careful. Okay, and also if you have kids, like I said, unless you understand your targeting and how they're attacking you, the cowards that they are, I wouldn't recommend you do what I do. Okay, only because I already spot the witness that they had set up there. The idiot, he tried to hide the knife because he thought I was going to start recording, and when I didn't record, he flashed the knife in front of me and all this stuff. And I said, listen, I'm walking with a cane. You got a knife. You coming at me, but you calling me pussy. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I want you to understand the idiotic thinking and nature of these individuals. Okay? So, anyhow. And I said some things too. Of course, as men, we're gonna go back and forth. But let me say this. I would never wish these people harm. But if they continue to attack me in the way they attack me, particularly physically, either I'm gonna harm them out of self-defense, or they're going to get it from somebody else when they try to attack another TI in that same manner. And I say other TI may not think like I do, may not even know what's going on. Okay, so it's one thing I want you perps to understand, because I know you're listening, I know you're looking at my videos. Okay, you're going to do this to somebody else, and you're going to get your ass hurt or even killed. Okay, so you need to stop it. Don't think because you got these predators on the New York Predator Department force that they're going to protect you all the time. They're not going to protect you all the time. They're not around you all the time. Okay? And again, you never know. All right? So anyhow. All right, I'm going to pause this and I'm going to come back and show you guys what a gravity knife is. Okay, so let me tell you, I had such a difficult time finding gravity knives, particularly on Amazon, because they're not named as such, right? They're different names. So, because I didn't want to give people the wrong information, I didn't want to put up pictures of knives that I think was gravity knives. So I just wanted to be certain. So, here's pictures of what is called gravity knives, right? And as you see, this is what they look like. Now, depending on your state, they may have a limit in terms of the blade size. So for New York, it might be like 4 inches, maybe less. I'm not sure. So you have to look up your own, wherever state you live in, what it is. But remember, as with anything, like I said, you have to be responsible, and you cannot. Let me put it like this: if you are too paranoid, do not carry any things such as a knife, what have you. Get mace, get like the alarm. Like I have those those sonic alarm, not sonic alarm, but those alarm that that goes off really, really loud. So I carry that. I have that in my bag. But when these perps start to threaten me, pulling out knives, just particularly in front of my kids or my daughter, you know what I'm saying? Then I got a problem with that. Okay? Because what they're also trying to do is condition in the minds of your children that as a father that you can't protect them, and as a father that you're going to just allow these individuals to keep threatening you, and you're not going to do anything about it. Okay? Now, don't be stupid. Okay? Don't be stupid and put yourself in, if you had a really big knife, I wouldn't even have bothered. But like I said, they understand because they know the law when it comes to those things, because the members of the predator department teach them these things, teach them how to stalk you without by doing certain things, like for example, like giving them the information where you're going to be, and they show up there, so you can't say that they're stalking you, or you can't say that they're following you, because they're not physically walking behind you everywhere you go. What they've been given is intel, information about where you're going to be. You know what I'm saying? So they will be there. For example, they learn your routine. So at the bus stop, they will have perps at the bus stop. They know what stop I get off at. They will have perps at that bus stop. Then I gotta catch another bus. They'll have perps at that bus stop. And then I get off, they have perps at that stop. So understand that's how they sidestep stalking laws in New York, right? Or in whichever state you're in. They're given information. So you will be at a disadvantage if you don't know these things, right? So it's imperative that you understand these things and you know the laws in your state and the city that you live in, because certain cities or towns have certain ordinance that's within the town or what have you, right? So you got to know that. So know the law. But like I said, if they are threatening you, you have a right to protect yourself. Okay, not the psychological threats. Not like they'll do with me sometimes, making they think the sirens, making their fingers like a gun, or putting their hands underneath their neck and moving it to the side. You know what I'm saying? Those kind of thing. Those are psychological threats. Okay, but if they're pulling out weapons on you, right now, that's a problem, because now they're basically pulling a weapon on you. So you have to defend yourself in some way in case they come at you. All right. So again, look up the laws in your state. A knife. I'm gonna eventually get one of these things, but I'm gonna wait because I want to see what they're going to do, because I know what they think I'm going to do. Okay, they think I'm going to go online and buy a knife, and I could do that, and it would be within my right. Okay, because it's not illegal, but again, they try to make you out to be a danger in the society. But again, this is all fake, right? This is all because they're manipulating you. Okay, so like I said, if you don't know, you'll fall victims. But when you do know, you'll understand and start to think in a way that, because you understand their mentality, you understand they are narcissists, they're manipulative, right? They are, because dog tribe personality. They never want to accept the responsibility shit that they do. Okay, so they will always put it on the other person or put it on their followers. They will be the one who's going to feel the effect, right? Not those in the higher ups who are pulling the strings, right? This is why they position themselves in those positions, okay? So they can get rid of, when they can kill people and get away with it. You know what I'm saying? So again, just understand that you have a right to protect yourself. Don't let them make you feel and think that you don't. Okay? Don't let them make you feel and think that you don't. You have every right to protect yourself, particularly when people are pulling weapons out on you. All right? And like I said, so TI, I have no trust in the police. Right? Even the so-called good ones. I shouldn't say that, but because I know they're very protective of their job and the majority don't say anything. You know what I'm saying? They're those that do say anything, they're driven out of the force and don't work in law enforcement again. But you have to be the kind of person, who stand by your principles, right? Who understand that what they're doing is wrong, and willing to put yourself on the line. That's true sacrifice. Okay? And it's a shame that people who do this, they get society to turn on them. And then no one particularly in the black community, no one is coming to the aid, particularly the wealthy black people. No one is coming to the aid of the people on the police force who speak the truth and get run out of their job. And that's a shame. And this is why they don't want to stick their neck out for us. And I can't blame them. I can't blame them. I can't be that way. Okay, I cannot be that way. But I can't blame them. But there may be other ways in which they help. You know what I'm saying? So you never know. But anyway, I just wanted to do this as a public service announcement to TIs. again, if you get one of these, look at the laws in your state of what kind of knife is legal for you to carry. Okay, and if you're being threatened, the people are pulling out weapons on you, threatening you, you have a right to do that. And like I said, and document what's happening. Okay, document, so that way you have a documentation of these things. Okay, so when you do have to protect yourself and something happens, and you hurt one of these perps because they attack you, right, and you defend yourself in self-defense, you can go back and say, look, this individual, this is what this person was doing. Look at it, threatening me, he's doing all this stuff. So again, always think in a way in which, because we know what it is that they're trying to do, particularly using PSYOPs, Coercive Persuasion Programming, and also technology too. So you also got to be careful of what you're thinking, what you're feeling, because our emotions, our thought patterns are manipulated using these technologies. Okay? So I'll talk to you guys in the next video.